Welcome everyone to another edition of Smacked Up Wrestling Podcast. I'm Will.
I'm Martin.
And a wee shout out first to Dead on Dave Productions, giving kind words to me the other night when I was on his podcast, calling in about his Hell in a Cell predictions. So everybody check out Dead on Dave Productions, really nice guy, Iraq veteran, really cool dude. So check him out. So we've got a wee bit to go through before this.
Fuck, I know. Everything happens when we don't record.
Yeah, right.
Honestly.
So
If you want to
start with TNA first. Start with TNA.
oh, for fuck's sake. Right, everybody in their dog's suing them.
Right.
However, well, you know there's all the stuff with Billy Corgan wanting to, or being named president, he's wanting to stop Dixie fucking the company and selling bits off to fund tapings. The tapings for the Matt Hardy Tag Team Invitational thing, total non-stop deletion, have been delayed to December because they've no money. Apparently the funding's covered for the actual film and they just can't afford to actually get anybody to their fucking ranch. As for the tax shit, well, first of all, Dixie told the wrestlers that she wasn't ever going to sell the company to WWE.
Aye.
Because WWE will probably only use a couple of people, if any, and it's probably going to be the Hardys after they take over. Because, I mean,
Which is
half the people in TNA, you know, who are they? I mean, there's people who deserve a chance, like Chuck Taylor. I fucking love Chuck Taylor. I was having the grenade thing that I showed you the other day.
Yeah, I mean,
And he drops the main hand
amazing,
grenade down the
mate.
guy's pants.
That
Oh,
was
class.
amazing. That's kayfabe at its
It
absolute
was
best.
amazing. Nice face for it, WWE, but
No, I mean, but that's the thing. I agree with that one. We've actually said that before. If TNA were bought by WWE, they're only going to be some of them they'll take. The rest will
Aye.
have to go back to, like, say, Ring of Honor, or New Japan, or the ICW,
the
whatever's
thing
got a
about
promotion.
the only thing of value, apart from probably Matt Hardy, because he's the cleverest thing that's came out of wrestling this year, character-wise, and Jeff to get one big nostalgia run out of him and operating, is the video library. Because that alone, I mean, you add all that stuff to the network,
Yeah,
you get more footage of Vince laughing at Jeff Jarrett. I mean, look at this guy, he's fighting a midget with a gun who's wanking in a bin. That happened! That happened! Second week of TNA, there was a midget who would watch the woman going by and he was wanking in a bin. And then he held up the show with a gun. What did they do? Jeff Jarrett came out and just took the gun off him.
oh,
That was their storyline. That was their story. I want to see that on one of the WWE countdowns. Most retarded shit since WCW. Anyway,
like the
was
Roman
a-
Reigns
like a
fucking
midget
title run to WrestleMania
Right.
will be number
but the
one.
video stuff, which apparently was sold
Uh-huh.
to some company or other, but you know, because they want AJ Styles, they want the Kurt Angle 7 years, and you know everything that's missing basically
Yeah.
for some great people that would make them a good wee bit of money. Anyway, so Dixie, after telling everybody I'm not selling to them, started negotiations with them in June. June, 5 months ago, and then consistently lied to her entire roster and crew and everybody since then. Because she's an asshole.
Mate, I can honestly see them going out of business.
Well, that's the next bit. Because currently TNA, they're not bankrupt, but they've not paid anybody, and they're saying it's because Billy Corgan is suing them. That's not true. They've just not got any money. But it's a weird sort of technical legal definition thing going on. So they've not actually got income, but they're not out of business yet because nobody's collected what they're owed. Meanwhile, the Aralux company, who are one of the many parties that have got a share in them, the CEO of that company is running TNA. Dixie's not involved, which is the best thing ever. Probably run a boot when he started using decent wrestlers.
Uh-huh.
WWE offered to purchase TNA in full for $6 million. That's 3 times what they paid for WCW, right? Back in, 2000-ish.
Yeah,
WCW was worth
2001.
a hell of a lot more than TNA.
Uh-huh.
After more discussions with what was going on, WWE then got back to me a revised offer, which was less because, you know, all the shit that's going on, money that wastes them doing other lawsuits, blah, blah, blah. Dixie said no, because Dixie's a stupid bitch. who's going to run these people into the ground. And that was starting from June, right? Let's see, I've got all these notes here. There's also a tax, I can't remember how you pronounce this, line, whatever. Anyway, basically they're trying to get tax off them that they're not paid. But a guy called Bruce Pritchard, who is Brother Love, remember him?
Yeah, he's one of the old backstage main guys in WWE in the Attitude Era.
So they sacked him a couple of years back and went to TNA. He was their vice president of talent relations. So he would cut checks, or make sure that he'd get the checks, from TNA management. And he would get them sent out, marked up, sent out to go to the homes of each wrestler. So the next tapings, the wrestlers would come and go, where's my fucking checks, you prick? And he'd go and chase them up, and they'd say, oh, we sent them, they must be lost, we'll sort out new ones. And they kept stalling and stalling until months later, when the checks finally get sent out, they're the original checks that he fucking sorted, like 3-4 months before. Just TNA just not sent them out to make sure they could cover them.
That's fucked up.
And the only time they paid it was when the fucking talent were saying, look, we can't afford to come there because you've not paid us. You've got people flying in from Canada and the US all over. In fact, more recently, you've got people from the UK going over there.
Yep, you've got Drew Galloway and
Grado. Even Big Damo for a bit, and thankfully things have worked out alright for Big Damo because he's just started with NXT along with Tommy End. Anyway, so Bruce Pritchard, he says he worked there for 2010 to 2013. The government came after him for $10,000 in unpaid taxes. However, he revealed he had proof that they were taken, so he kept his records right.
Yeah.
The withholding had been taken out, and IRS was satisfied. But he thinks that's what's triggered them to go for TNA. So TNA, probably a stalling tactic, are saying that the same thing applies here. We've paid it, yous are just rang. I don't think that's true somehow.
Mate, I can honestly see them going into business. Like I said, I don't think they're going to last.
They've run out of ways. They've got to.
I don't see them lasting to the end of the year. I'd be surprised if they actually are gone past this year. With the way
I think if they're lucky, they'll be done by April, like the end of the tax year.
Yeah.
Basically.
Yeah. It's shite. I don't like seeing wrestling promotions go down, but if they're ran like that, and like so the way WCW were ran, you feel sorry for the talent. You feel sorry for the fans that buy into it, especially the fans. And then
the fans that left in droves when Hogan and Co put their plants in, they'd rebuilt their fan base over the past year by using guys like Chuck Taylor and bringing in all these indie guys and giving them a go.
And then they fucked them there again.
They fucked them. That's that simple. The TNA should have shut down long ago.
TNA,
it's been
fucking
miracles, a combination of miracles and white crime that have kept them going.
Fuck's sake. Right, so
secondly,
sorry, on you go.
This is the TNA. This is the streaming thing. It's a company called Flow Slam. Apparently, there's a company called Flow Sports that do different kinds of sports. Wrestling's their latest. They aren't going to have WWE after all. Apparently, they did an AMA in Reddit the other day and then said, "Oh, we don't have that. We're just going to post the results of their pay-per-views up." So what they want is $20 for you to watch Dragon Gate, Evolve, blah blah blah. Right? All these random indies that they still haven't named, so probably nobody, for $20 a month, and then for your $20 a month, they'll tell you what's been on the telly the night before. And your shareholders in this.
And instead, save your $20, listen to us, just leave us a sub and a like, and we'll tell you.
No, I mean that, right? See if you want to give him $20, don't do it. Send it to me. And you can still listen and subscribe and like for free, but you just gave me some money because I'm offering the same service as these bunch of chancing cunts.
Oh, fucking hell.
Chancing.
They're chancers. Fucking chancers.
That's the sort of thing I'd do if I was surrounded by idiots. I'd stand in front of the telly so they couldn't see it. Like, just stand and look down, see what happens. Go, well, let's see what happens. You put the telly off. Aye. Pay me money and I'll tell you.
Fuck them, mate. So, come and listen to us. We'll give you the results.
And give us money.
So, this pay-per-view, mate. So, oh, by the way, get your notes up. we're going to have to get our predictions again. And
Well, I've got the card here in front of me.
right, I've got the card and all. And have you got the tallies for last
That's a
month?
terrible thing to refer to Italian people as.
Tallies?
Aye, that's what they used to call them back when they first moved over here and opened up all the chippies and ice cream shops.
Fuck, I never knew that. You pulling
Fun
my leg?
fact for you. No! I'm just calling you a racist.
Fucking do that now. Right.
Sorry.
That's
Right.
alright. Right.
I'll pull up a wee note, right? So we're going to have the
Well,
match
two
list
each.
and we're going to have...
Well, we're 2 each
Aye.
for the last paper.
It's a draw. It's a draw.
just now. Okay.
We're going to change. HIAC predictions.
So are we going to keep this right? So are we going to do this like when we get to WrestleMania? That will be the winner, and we'll just do it for then on to WrestleMania.
Aye, that'll be your WWE season.
Right. Okay, we're going to have to get a belt made. So
Oh, yes.
if you want to hear the results, send me Martin $20.
If you want me to have a glorious belt deserving of my accurate predictions, I'll take it in the form of the late 90s WWF World title with my name on it.
I think I've got the foam one of that.
I don't want foam. I want gold!
Do you want the John Cena spinner? I've got that. The American
I was
one.
about to say something really offensive that would stop this channel being monetarily viable at any point.
I've got the Edge spinner.
It's the fact that in this sentence you've had to add the word
I know,
spinner.
I've got the 2 spinning belts, the fucking 2 belts nobody likes or not. I've got the
We
2.
could have got like the undisputed championship, you know, the one that Eddie Guerrero used to have in
No, I
SmackDown
didn't
and
like that
Flash
belt
one.
for some reason. I just don't
That
know
was
what it was.
gorgeous.
I just don't know what it was. I do like the new one. I've got to admit.
It's a piece of shit. Everything falls out it.
I like it.
What's the fucking diamonds are missing?
That's alright. Somebody's stealing them.
Probably Dean.
Right.
So, I've got
Raw.
the list here.
Right, so
We're
this
going
is,
to just go in ascending order, so we'll start at the Cruiserweight kickoff match and go up.
no
Right.
ones. So
Because there's no way in hell the Raw Women's match is going on last, because that makes sense.
I
But we'll
think,
just do it this way anyway.
I think it will, mate. I've got a funny feeling it will.
It should, but it won't.
But no, when we get to that, I'll tell you why I think it will and the reasons why.
Good enough.
And it's and it's not nothing to do with them wrestling. I'm telling you this is my feelings towards this, right? Right, so Raw was absolutely shite. They never really saw us and a lot of people in this fucking pay-per-view. So we're going into this pay-per-view on a bad taste for the following Raw. And
Tastes like shite.
it did taste like shite. And the fact now that we are looking at a pay-per-view where it's... Mate, see if it wasn't for the network, I'm not interested.
Oh, if it wasn't for the network, I'd be doing it illegally in 3 days when I got round to it. Instead, is the network in the podcast, which means I need to watch it at some
Need
point.
to watch it.
Sooner.
Well, I'm going to stay up and watch it. I'll stay
I
up.
would like to try, but when it hits about 2 a.m, I'll probably nod off with the
Nah.
shite presented to me.
Fucking insomnia, mate. I was still up at 4:30 this morning.
I don't envy you.
So the kick-off match.
We're going to have Cedric Alexander, Lince Dorado, and Sin Cara, the Botch Master, versus Tony Nessie.
Uh-huh.
Sorry, I'm mispronouncing it. Drew Gulak and Daivari Jr. on the kickoff show.
Where's the good old Rangers, man?
Where is the Rangers, man? Where's the good Rangers, man?
There's a good
I don't
Rangers,
see
man.
no dar. Said I see a couple of jumping beans, and a couple of dancing black guys.
Because this is a kick-off show, and 9 times out of 10 that I can't be arsed watching, I'm actually going to go for Sin Cara's team.
I was going to say the faces are going to win, whether they like it or not, because they just need to wake the crowd up.
Yeah.
So face win
Face
for
win.
both of us, right?
Right, so there's how interested we are in this fucking pay-per-view already, is just that they win. So let's go to the main let's go to the actual pay-per-view, the proper one now, mate. So who have we got next?
Allegedly. So we've got Bailey versus Dana.
Right.
And
Oh.
a feud that nobody really cares about.
Nah.
Poor Bailey.
Nah. This, again, for Raw, I'm not interested because of the way they done the storytelling of that. It just, I have got no fucking interest. But then again, you've got to, I guess, put another women's match on it. Apparently. I'm not saying that's a bad thing, but with
No,
this,
when there's a match like
this is a bad thing because nobody's bought into the match. This could have been settled on Raw. It's just, I don't know.
filling in time.
Yeah, it's just a filler. But I'm going to go for a Dana Brooke one.
I'm going to go for Bailey, not to be different, just because I really don't see it going any other way.
I think Dana will win it, mate. I think Bailey will put her there.
I don't, just for the cheating and stuff that's going on, and the fact that they've got this women's match at Survivor Series.
I mean, I still think, see, because you've got that Hell in a Cell women's match, there shouldn't have been another women's match. That should be the main fucking focus. That's what we're all wanting to see. That's what I'm more wanting to see. I'm not saying that'll be the best match, but that's the one where this pay-per-view is only got the only thing going for it, and the fact they're on the main poster. So,
Aye.
So I'm going for a Dana Brooke one.
Right, and I've got Bailey. So the next match is going to be Enzo and Cass versus Nay Bullets Club. Now, I'm inclined to go for Enzo and Cass purely because Carl Anderson's been a fucking jobber for the past 3 months, and it's almost like Vince has went, well, I didn't make these guys, and I did build their reputation. I'm going to make them out to be a fucking joke.
I would like to see the Bullet Club, mate. I'd love to see it because
Of course it would make sense.
It makes sense going in for the fact that nowadays nearly is when we get to them we'll talk about, but they've nearly passed that fucking point now. We need a heel team to take A tag belts because both Raw and
not just one that's flung together either.
No,
an actual one.
Aye, both Raw and SmackDown have both got face tag team champions, and yeah, you could say the tap champions are both heel, but the way they get over with the crowd is completely different.
Aye.
If you're going with the fundamentals of storytelling, it's both face. So I'd like to see the club. Is this for #1 contendership at all?
They'll probably make that the excuse, but it's not an official thing.
Not an official, right? I would say Enzo and Big Cass. I know I can't see the Bullet Club doing that just the way they've been booked, unless it's been purposely booked that way.
I know. Well, see, this is why I'm not quite sure, because logic dictates that you would have the Knee Bullets Club win and progress to take on the New Day or Cesaro and Sheamus at Survivor Series. Raw, though, is not known for its logic recently.
No.
It's been what I can only term as a fucking mess.
They're just throwing everything at the wall and seeing what sticks. And
so far, the shite slid right down.
Yep.
Oh yeah. Apart
no
from
fucking worked at
a
all,
wee
man.
bit of Sasha Banks' shit, which is a horrible, horrible metaphor. I don't apologise.
You never do.
No, why would it break a habit of a lifetime?
I know, especially when I had to fucking beat you.
Right, so because I want common sense to win, I'm going to go for the Knee Bullets Club.
Right, okay.
Now, I don't think common sense is going to win. I'm just hoping. This is a vote for hope. This is the fucking Obama 2008. We can do this. Hope and all that shite.
I'm going to have to put that as a tag in this video now. Obama.
Thanks, Obama.
My heart's saying the club, mate. My heart's saying the club. I wouldn't imagine.
Because your heart wants common sense, but your head knows better. My head doesn't know better.
That's why I'm going for Enzo and Big Cass. But if that's going to be my prediction. If I was to lose a point on that, I don't care because then the club are going places. Hopefully.
I would hope so. As I say, I don't think Vince wants them getting over.
No. So I've got Enzo, Big Cass. You've got the club. What next?
Next, this is just in the list. There's no way it'll be the match order. The Raw Tag Team belts. New Day versus Shane Sarro.
Right. With fucking New Day's winning it. That's an obvious one.
I'm going to need to agree.
It's as much as the gimmick is getting stale as fuck. The kids like it. The parents like it for the kids.
These two have been flung together to give them something to do for the past few months.
Yeah, so
New Day are going to break that record. But this is why I'm going for the Knee Bullets Club, because heel challengers, and yes, I know the two of them already feuded, and it was fucking Danny Dyer. I know it was,
But
but
they've got to do something. I mean, is there another heel tag team there? Because you've got Enzo Big Cass,
to me,
Cesaro, and
as
Sheamus.
far as I'm
They're
concerned, other
faces.
than the Shining Jobbers, the other heel tag team on Raw, and this is from a personal point of view, no a literal one, is the Golden Truth. Because every time R-Truth starts rapping, I want to switch it off.
I wouldn't even put them in the fucking. I know they're tag, but I wouldn't even put them anywhere in the fucking.
And I feel
bench,
really
man.
Goldust is like he spent the past couple of years of this run putting in the best work of his fucking life.
It's the best I've seen him work.
And I don't know if you ever seen the stadium in TNA when he went back for 5 minutes.
I never seen him in TNA. I've seen some of the
Oh,
stuff he done
mate,
in WCW,
mate,
and
he was
it
in the middle
fucking
of
awful,
his-
man.
Like, see, his addictions were full on.
Aye,
He was the width of two Goldusts.
fuck's sake.
And I can't even, I think the gimmick was called Seven or something. Basically, he was Goldust, but in black and white. He was right out of shape. He wasn't interested in being there. He just wanted to make money for drugs and booze. And this is why I want Goldust to get a proper final run, because he turned his life around. Whether it was down to his dad, whether it was down to him seeing how Cody was doing at the time in WWE, I don't know. But that he got himself out that hole and turned his life completely around to get in the best shape of his life with DDP yoga, by the way.
Yep,
DDP yoga.
I'm going to be trying it.
And I've been doing it past year, so it saved my knee. See,
I'm probably doing it,
he broke my knee, broke all my tendons in that knee, and couldn't walk for months. DDP yoga saved my knee.
No, I'm going to be doing it. I'm going to be starting.
I can't it's like, see, when I was looking at the website for it, it looked like a total con job website at the time, and I thought, I like DDP, I've got a lot of time for him, but what the hell is this going to do? Look at this two Bob thing. That man's a miracle worker, and I know you're a word against him.
No. That's the thing. I want to try it. I've seen so many. I've read up on it purposely because I didn't want to just go into heat
Oh no,
for
that was
something.
the same. I had a look at it, and it was cynical, but I was getting desperate. And after, I spent the first 5 months of 2015 unable to walk properly. I needed crutches. I still needed a stick for the second half of the year, and it got better doing physio and taking painkillers.
Uh-huh.
And I went back to work in November. I actually ended up getting a wee job at HMV, just a wee Christmas job.
That's right. I remember. Aye.
3 days into that job, my knee packed in again.
That was you. I remember that. Aye, because that was you in a lot of pain again.
And that's what made me finally go for the DDP thing. And see, by February, that was me. I was back to where I was before November.
I'll probably start, mate,
8 weeks.
after my physio. Fuck's sake, we're in our 30s and we're fucking getting physio. Fuck me, man.
One of these things.
That's
Anyway,
fine. Anyway, back to
so Goldust deserves this run.
Yeah.
A better run than this. And I feel so bad for the guy, because despite what they're having him do, and I'm sure he's doing training and helping out people backstage. See, when we're talking about locker room leaders,
yeah.
I think he'd be one of them. And we didn't think him at the time, but I think if you're going to go for anybody for advice, you're going to go to your Rhodes.
Aye, you would.
You know, and I'm sure that's why he's on Raw, and it's criminal that he's stuck in this tag team. I'd just like to see him get like a wee IC title run or something. Just, a nice wee payday for him, just to say thanks for everything and well done in turning things around and for helping people out, because he deserves it.
The only way I can see they two going for the tag team belts is, like, say, if we take back this match, New Day's winning. I can't see Cesaro and Sheamus doing it. They'll go into that fucking tag team thing for Survivor Series.
Aye.
If the club win or lose, then if the club win, they take the belts. Then say they get a title shot in Raw or something, they build it up so they get it on Raw or something. It's the only way I can see it happening. Because their booking's fucking terrible. They can't see what they've got good in front of them for some fucking strange reason.
Absolutely. And this is the other thing I was going to say. See, with Survivor Series, I can honestly see Raw's tag team Survivor Series team being all three the New Day, plus Sheamus Arrow, plus a random. Because that's the kind of stupid shit that they would pull.
Fucking New Day. Like I said, it's good for kids. I'm just not a fan. I'm not a big fan of that.
I love all three performers individually. Big E deserves a run at the top, and I think he'll get it one day after the New Day's done. He's just so unique, and he's fucking weird, and I mean that in the best way. Big E's a big weirdo. I think he's fantastic. He's improved so much in the ring. He was a little bit dodgy when he first came up, but he's ironed all that out. I just wish he'd wrap the suicide dives. Kofi speaks for himself.
Yeah.
Right, and Xavier Woods, he's been entertaining since he was 19 and debuted on TNA as Apollo Creed's son.
I'd like to see him go for a US title run. Xavier, but I was going to say Apollo Crews.
Xavier will have his time.
He'll have his time. But yeah, the New Days, they're going to break the record. It's fucking obvious for all of us to see. I'd be surprised if they fucking drop the belts, but I can't see it. But
I don't see Raw being smart enough to pull that surprise. If it was SmackDown, I'd have my doubts.
So New Day to win. New Day to win that match.
Aye, we're both agreeing on that one.
Yep.
So that's two matches we've agreed on, two matches that would have different viewpoints. Mm-hmm. Right, WWE Cruiserweight Champion, TJ, oh Christ, look at me, I'm into the video games. Hello there, fellow kids. Perkins versus Brian Kendrick, my boy.
Right. I'm going with Kendrick, and I think you agree with...
The Cruiserweight need, fucking division need him.
They need an injection, mate, and Brian Kendrick seems to be the only one that anybody cares
about. The only one with any charisma right now, because they've no shown good Rangers, man known da. And he got it, and when this Cruiserweight division is relegated to the B shows, the belt's forgotten about, that stupid looking belt is forgotten about. Brian Kendrick's the one they'll keep on.
They've got to do something with that, mate. Speaking of Rangers, mate, Rangers are 2-0 up against Kilmarnock. Fuck, just when you see that, I was like, oh fuck, it's 4-4, better check the scores.
Have you realised?
No, I agree, because the Cruiserweight division needs injection, because TJ, work-wise, TJ's good. He is a good performer.
Work-wise, everybody in the Cruiserweight division can go. The problem is, everybody, no matter their weight, flies about now. That is, they call Brock Lesnar.
He's born as fucking that mic. He has zero charisma when you see him on screen. His character looks generic as fuck, if you know what I mean.
Like the shite guy for a fighting game. If you're picking
him... Exactly, mate. He looks like somebody at Streets of Rage or fucking Final Fight.
No, I was trying to think of a shite person for the old Street Fighter games. He was just a really generic, middle-of-the-road character who's just there to round out the numbers. That's the impression I get with TJ. And we all know
Dan
he would be the Cruiserweight champion. What?
Dan for Street Fighter? I know you'll defend Dan.
No, Dan's fun.
I knew you were going to fucking defend him.
Dan tries to be interesting.
No, but...
He throws his autograph to hurt people. You can't diss Dan. Fuck you.
No, but Brian Kendrick's got to win it. They need a bit of oomph behind that fucking belt, because
he's the only guy who knows how to do the WWE style all round. And the fact that the only reason that he's not been in WWE for 10 years constantly is because he loves to smoke weed. That was it. He'd still be here from when he was on SmackDown, running about with his Axl Rose jacket on, if it wasn't for the fact he just loves weed. Now, I don't blame the fella. He was younger at the time. He only had a wife, didn't he? He worried about family. He was just happy making his money, and he could get indie dates, no problem. He travelled the world. He's done very well for himself. He's been in ICW a good few times with Paul London, had some cracking matches, but then teaming against the likes of the Knack. And now he's back home, as far as I'm concerned. He belongs there. And he's a bit older, a bit wiser. He's not going to throw his job away because he's sick of people telling him what to do. He's there to make his money, look after his family. And he's still by far one of the most entertaining people in the entire roster. By far the most entertaining man in the Cruiserweight division.
I think that's the reason why he'll get the belt, because, like I said, they need somebody to fucking take them, make that the Cruiserweight interesting. See, like different for us, right? Take away us, right? We I wouldn't say we're smarks, but we know our stuff.
Well, we're closer to smarks than we want to be marks. That's the difference.
But people, like, so the kids and that who are watching it, they like the moves and that. But again, Raw have no idea how to fucking book these guys. And the fact that they're champion, see if for talk's sake, if I went like Marie if I tell Marie, right, tell me who the champion is, she'd probably get a good enough close guess between the woman and the Universal and the main belt. Even the IC, I threw the IC into that, right? But no the tags, she doesn't. But if I say to her, right, by the way, there's another belt, the Cruiserweight, I'll put on a couple of shows, who do you think's got that belt? She would not fucking know.
No. Another thing I was going to say about Kendrick, the kind of character he is, there's layers to it. I mean, we can see him being this desperate guy willing to do anything it takes to get his belt. But see, because he's a wee sort of, like, almost kind of sort of backstabber compared to your average WWE heel,
Yeah.
the kind of character that kids who wouldn't really get all that stuff would absolutely hate anyway.
Oh, fuck, mate, speaking of his fucking character, right, WWE put a poll on Tuesday, I don't know if you've seen this, right?
No, I try to avoid their website because it's full of fucking retards.
Well, I'm getting there. So, kayfabe at its fucking best, obviously he's asking...
Via India and most of the redneck of America.
He's asking for him to throw the fucking match. Just throw the match, right? And I liked that. I was like, oh, fuck, that's actually cool.
Well, again, showed his desperation.
You're showing a character that's desperate, he's got to prove something. And they done a poll, should they do it? And I'm like, you're fucking having a laugh. You're actually put a poll on this.
Social media.
Oh, but mate, you get the fucking... I remember copying and paste a fucking kayfabe news story, right? In the WWE fucking thing years ago, and this is how I hate it. I posted one and people bought it. Do you know what I mean? It's like, fucking hell, kayfabe is strong. they still fucking believe it. So
makes me happy though. I want that to be the case. I want to know everything. I want to enjoy it. I try to enjoy it.
I want to enjoy it, and this is how I hate the social fucking.
But this is the problem with Raw. You can't enjoy it because all it does is insult your intelligence.
I preferred it when it was like when we said back in the fucking the late 90s, early 2000s.
Unpredictable aspect of it.
You never knew. And I remember when somebody would bring in. Remember, right? I've still got them. Remember, I had the WWE magazines, right?
Oh, aye.
And they stuck to kayfabe with certain issues, with certain aspects, but then you still got a background story on certain characters. One was a tattoo. I remember there was one that was a tattoo fucking thing, right? And
I would like the website to do more of that instead of just look at these photos of the divas being in Halloween costumes or, what's Roman Reigns done on Raw this week? Watch the video of the thing that we showed you 8 times on there.
What I was going to say was, and then I remember somebody bring in the fucking... Is it Wrestling Observers? I can't remember what the magazine was called. I know that's a website.
Observer.
Was it Observer? But now how they break kayfabe and they tell you, right? And it's like, you didn't want to read that because you still like the mystical side of professional wrestling. And it's like, fair enough, okay, that's there. It's great information if you're really studying the game. But if you just like it pure for entertainment, I'll stick to the kayfabe side.
I don't need to know shagging who to enjoy it from the telly.
So, but the way with like the social side, I know they'll do it because of Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube. It's like many. Obviously, it gets out to more people. I fucking hate it because it's like.
There's literally no need to watch Raw when everything that happens on it is put on YouTube the same night.
Or you can listen to us next day, send your $20 check so we can get a belt for WrestleMania. We also tell you everything.
We suffer, so you don't have to, and if something good happens, we'll give you a link.
Oh, fuck, we're going to promote that one. Fuck no. If they bastards can do it, we can do it.
Now, speaking of bastards,
who's next?
The Hell in a Cell matches.
Oh, right.
Roman and Rusev.
Right, let's get this right. I'm going to put this on the podcast, obviously I tell you private. And when I was on... for the listeners, when I was on Dead on Dave Productions, speaking on his podcast, he was doing the predictions, and when I was speaking to him, I just like, we've not done our predictions yet, we're doing them today, so I can only talk about how WWE didn't sell this fucking pay-per-view, which me and you've went into quite a good detail now.
Oh, fuck, aye.
So he asked me what was going to be my best match. I gave him my answer. When we get to that one, I'll elaborate on it. But what's going to be my worst match? And I said this match. Now, we have spoke 2 podcasts now, I think, where we've said last man. Well, you said last man standing.
Aye.
I totally fucking agree with you on that one. I said steel cage, and then you're like, no, but think about it. It's a Hell in a Cell. That's just it makes no sense. Right? Okay. Last man standing does make sense. Two big bastards going at each other.
The one comes going up.
Fucked up on live fucking broadcasting. So you asked me what was going to be my worst match, and I said, Rusev and Roman Reigns. It shouldn't have been a Hell in a Cell. They should have made it something different. Leave the two Hell in a Cells for the main titles. What do you think it should be? And I just hit it with Iron Man, and I couldn't believe that. I was like, oh fuck, I've done it live. And I was like, oh no, and who are they two? As much as I like Rusev and he can go, Roman's a good worker, but I think, see, even if that was true, that Iron Man match, I could not sit through fucking 20 minutes to half an hour.
People couldn't pay me to do that unless it was a small sum of several thousand.
So I fucked up, and I should have meant last man standing, and I still agree with you, Martin. Last man standing would have been a better way for this feud. Now, the only thing I see happening, and it's going to be good for one wrestler coming up, but bad for the other one, because I don't know where the fuck he's going to go unless they start putting him to main event, which I think he deserves. Reigns is going to go and win it again. He'll still have the belt, because if Rusev wins, then we've still got the two back and forward. I can't see that fucking ending if they do it that way. But if Roman Reigns wins, he'll be challenged by Braun Strowman, right?
Aye, big brown strongman.
Push Rusev towards that fucking Universal belt. You need somebody else there. He's not done anything to fuck up. Well, his wife did. But he's not done anything to fuck up compared to what Roman Reigns did.
Mm-hmm.
So
no, you're right to an extent. However, given that you're world champion right now as a heel, you're not going to get Rusev moving up yet. I think what's going to happen is, oh fuck's sake, my computer's been a wank. I think what's going to happen is that Rusev is going to win, and I think it's going to be through interference. I think somebody's going to come in and they're going to screw Roman out. It's going to move Roman on, but they'll keep him looking strong. And you're going to get Rusev where he belongs just now, purely because there's no space for him at the top yet.
So
he's going to have his US belt back.
So you're going for Rusev and I'm going for Reigns on this one, right? That's cool. And I like how we totally ignored the fact there's a Hell in a Cell run about him, because it's like, I'm not calling it fucking sports.
I think they're going to ignore the fact there's a Hell in a Cell run about them, apart from throwing each other into the cage.
It's not going to be a pretty match to watch.
No, not even in a fun way.
Aye, it's going to be pretty fucking... which is sad, because if you like what I've read, Roman is a good worker. I've seen good matches with him. Rusev is...
I know.
I mean, it's going to be fucking shite. It will be shite.
Yep.
So, what match have we got next?
Well, in the list, it's the Universal title.
Right, cool. Right.
Which is, of course, Owens and Rollins.
Right, I'll tell you my side, who's going to win and how, okay?
Go for it.
The Dead on Dave brought this up and I fucking forgot all about this factor, okay? And I was like, right, that's actually a good shout. So I'm believing this might happen. Owens is going to win, okay?
Aye.
But Jericho's not going to be the one that interferes.
You think it's going to be interfere?
Triple H.
Could be, but the fact that there's been no signing him for no reason.
That's my point.
For the past 2 months.
That's my
I don't
point,
think
mate.
He's going to show up.
No, mate, I think he might. Because that's kind of went a wee bit quiet. Seth Rollins has kind of brought up the authority a couple of times to Stephanie for digs. And I feel like, say the cage rises or something, or like the two of them get put out of the cage, they'll do a spot where they're outside the cage, right? Obviously, there's a no DQ anyhow in the cage. That was actually one call on that podcast was saying there'll be a count out. There's a no DQ.
Who the fuck would say, what's the hell, there'll still be a count out when
if that was the fucking case, Mick Foley would have been fucking out for 5 minutes. So
fucking reprobate.
Anyhow, so they'll be out the cage, they'll get out the cage somehow, right? I think Jericho might be there, but for some reason...
I've no doubt he will, because for some reason he's not booked.
Right, so for
a match.
Something will happen where he'll either get knocked out or he'll get told to go through the back by Mick Foley, right? Something like that, right? Okay.
Somebody will chase him.
I think me and Mick Foley, then near the end of it, I can honestly see Triple H interfering in this match, costing Rollins the win, which will then build them to WrestleMania, because I can honestly see they two being a WrestleMania match.
Oh, it's definitely going to be a Mania match.
So if they don't date it as Survivor Series, they've only got the fucking Royal Rumble. By that point, it's like, well, we know the match is coming, so you've no really planted the seed to like send us home. Plant it now.
I know, but you're going with WWE.
I'm going with Raw's fucking writers. I know. But
that's not going to be logical. They're going to be a fucking inconsistent mess, as per.
That's what I think's going to happen with that match. Kevin Owens is going to win.
Owens is walking out with that belt.
He's winning the belt. But then obviously, if you put the Survivor Series in, he'll be in the tag team. But I can't see the belt defended.
Oh, him and Jimmy.
Because I'd see Mayor Ambrose and AJ Styles closing that match for the WWE belt.
Aye.
So that's the reason I think Owens is going to win, and they'll get the story going with Triple H now. Bring him, make him relevant. Even he doesn't have to talk; he just has to pedigree him, and that's it. It's fucking done.
Aye.
So, but Kevin Owens to win.
Okay.
Right.
So, I agree with Owens winning. I don't think it'll be quite that complicated. I really don't see Triple H showing up because that makes sense. And I've already shot the with the Knee Bullets Club win.
Yeah.
So, alleged possible main event that probably won't be, even though it should.
Right.
The Women's Championship match. Sasha and Charlotte.
This is my reason why I think it'll be main event, right? Part for the hometown, okay? So that's not a big factor, but I'm just putting this in it because it is a factor where she's from, Boston.
Aye.
You also have the first Women's Hell in a Cell, and it's still also Breast Cancer Awareness Month, and also they've got that thing with that fucking company.
Alright.
And I think because of the factors, and it is going to be the first one, let's hammer it home. Because I can imagine them coming in like, there's got to be something pink on each outfit, right? Because of it. And I feel this will be like WWE's kind of like, okay, this is what we've done for women's wrestling. And if you put all these factors in it, it makes sense why they've done it. I'm not saying it's the right reasons with that company. I do agree if you're going to do it for like breast cancer awareness, shit like that, I totally agree. But like we said, this company don't fucking think that way. But that's my feelings why I think it will be last on the card.
I want it to be last. I just don't see it happen.
I think it'll be amazing. For the reasons, like I said, I want it to be last because it's the first ever women's Hell in a Cell match.
Well, it should be last, but it doesn't mean it will be. My concern is this. So, given the last match between Charlotte and Sasha,
The SummerSlam, yeah.
Aye, the last pay-per-view match. Right, Sasha doesn't care about getting hurt. Charlotte's completely unsafe, and now they've been put inside a giant metal cage.
Where Charlotte can't sell.
Somebody is getting injured tomorrow night.
I can see it being more Sasha.
And it's going to be Sasha.
Aye.
And it's going to be a fucking mess. I'm going to be watching this match through my fingers, covering my eyes.
She'll go her way in front of her home crowd to fucking like hammer him. She
oversell and overdo everything, and she's going to end up getting hurt because Charlotte is, when she gets too into what she's doing, completely unsafe. She
forgets half the time.
And that's exactly what happened at SummerSlam. She got too into what she was doing, and she started ragdolling fucking Sasha, who made it worse by how she sells, and that's how she hurt her neck.
I mean, my winner for this, for some reason, I'm picking Charlotte.
I'm not.
You think Sasha?
Aye, because they can't move the belt about again.
The only thing is, where does it go after this? Because
that's the problem.
Two pay-per-views.
Like you were saying the other day with Nia Jax, I mean, it'll just be a wee fill-in feud. But here's the thing about Survivor Series that I meant to mention earlier, right? It's going to be 4 fucking hours.
5 hours if you count the fucking pre-show.
Pre-show, aye. I'm not wanting that. I mean, it's like Daniel Bryan saying, talking smack. Isn't that the old phrase, more is more?
Sometimes less is better.
Well, that was the point he was making, because the actual phrase is less is more. Nobody ever says more is more. I don't want a fucking 4-hour Survivor Series, because you know what's going to happen? We're going to have longer matches, and then you're going to have Stephanie talking shite with Shane for 20 minutes, because they'll not be able to fill all the time, because they consistently get their time arranged by somebody who can't use a fucking clock.
I'm not looking to Survivor. Well, SmackDown side I'm looking forward to the SmackDown side of
The
Survivor
problem is
Series.
half the SmackDown size matches are against the Raw side.
It's not even that. We'll look at SummerSlam when the brand split happened. I think there was more Raw matches than there was SmackDown, if I remember.
You think that's what people want to see, but it isn't.
No, and this is the reason. Like say when we were talking about Monday Night's Raw, this pay-per-view has got zero fucking interest apart from one
This
match.
pay-per-view is going to be like running a marathon up the hill in a hill covered in mud and shite and mud and mere shite, with people up the top throwing rocks at you and going, "You're a prick trying to get up this hill. Fucking go down the hill. You're an arsehole. Nobody wants you up here." And it's going to take you hours. And these people will only let up with the shouting or the bricks or the Hofjaffers or the fucking bucky bottles aiming for your dome. Will you get covered in the mud and the shite and have to put up with all this fish? That's what 3 hours of tomorrow night's going to be.
It's not going to be pretty. I'll be really surprised if I'm wrong in the fact that this turns out to be
wrong.
I know for a fact I'm not going to be wrong.
I want you to be wrong. You're not going to be wrong.
Aye, just purely because of the fucking Raw for Monday, the way they handled that, and the fact that they couldn't sell shit about this pay-per-view. No matter what, they could not fucking sell this pay-per-view. And now the pay-per-view is tomorrow night. I genuinely believe it's not going to live up to how they see it. The women's match is not going to live up.
It's like Vince takes drugs and sees this fucking Magic Land at the Yellow Submarine, which was a shite film, by the way. The Beatles done that good.
Oh,
and he's fucking listening to his AC/DC going, this'll be fantastic, damn it.
Oh, mate, don't bash the Beatles. I do that and Marie moans at me. So.
Fuck the Beatles.
Speaking of which, there she's there and she's heard me saying it.
Excellent. Tell her if I had a shite hairdo and knew 3 chords, I could be successful, I know, but I'm not a prick.
Oh, so I'm going for Charlotte, you're going for Sasha.
Aye.
Right, so
this is more varied than last month, where we pretty much went for
did go
over everything.
Aye, it was pretty much everything the same because we were playing it safe, and we lost a couple.
And here we were mostly right.
Aye, but this one we're quite open. This is purely the way that Raw's going to change things. They have to make that show interesting. The way
I'll admit, I've probably let hope colour some of my decisions too much.
No, but
because I'm an optimist secretly.
No, but you're right. See the likes of the Bullet Club, mate. I'd love them to win. It makes logic sense for them to win. To get a heel, it's not going to happen because that's the way they book in their show.
Honestly, the way things are going, the sooner that there's a fucking draft lottery for the show is the better, and we're not going to see that for another 8 months.
No.
Unless, a lot of injuries happen before the Rumble, but that's not going to happen.
No.
The other thing that I'll say about SmackDown that we've not put enough emphasis on, even though it's only a couple of them doing it, especially GBL, they're building this up as a rivalry. Raw, not once. They've just went, let's have matches with SmackDown. They've challenged.
That's the thing I said about when Daniel Bryan was on Talking Smack, and he mentioned about how he was slagging Raw, and it felt like, you're hammering him. That's the fucking rivalry.
This is the thing about Bryan. See right now, right? He wants to wrestle. He can. He's making his money, right? Mm-hmm. He's got a safe job. He doesn't need to worry. I mean, but they fire him. He's got to go and wrestle, right? He's got to make good money anywhere he goes. See, as soon as he was let go and the no compete's done, New Japan will stab a dog to sign him. They'll probably eat it or not, but they'll stab it. Anyway, right now, he's fucking untouchable. They can't punish him. Right, if you're going to say stuff about Triple H and Raw and all that, go home. What you going to do? Pay me while I sit in my arse and hang about with my hot wife and wait for my Wayne being born?
Yeah.
Oh no, the punishment. I cannot take this. What you got to do? Fire me? I'll go and do what I actually want to do and wrestle somewhere. They can't do anything to him. He's untouchable now. WWE's rules can't say that, or don't say that you can get suspended without pay for badmouthing people. You need to go out and do drugs and get arrested and rape 5 women and maybe a guy.
No, he's doing it right. The way making the same with the commentators in SmackDown to like hammer him about who's like the better fucking.
Aye, we're the A show. Aye. Build it like that. Raw have they done that once?
Raw hasn't done that.
Challenges.
And
they better fucking address that starting Monday night because it's the build to Survivor Series.
Yep.
What, 3 weeks?
3 weeks. So that'll be the next prediction. So yeah, so that's a bit pretty much. 3-0 now. But no, that's basically much it. So we're back on Monday.
Aye.
See how bad this fucking show goes.
And you'll be able to tell how the show is by our tone
Yeah.
when we first start speaking.
And is it this week, Martin, there's a change of plan in the podcast?
We're going to end up having to do things on Thursday. We're going to go for a double header because Tuesday and Wednesday are far too busy.
That's no worry. So on Thursday there'll be it'll be a long podcast, but
You're lucky fuckers.
We'll have to start early, but I'll split them and then put them up. But no, that'll be good. So
we'll be back on Monday.
And then Thursday for a double header. But it'll be split into 2 shows for the time for the upload. So this is being Smacked Up Wrestling Podcast once again for the Hell in a Cell predictions. Leave a like on the brand new channel and sub as well, please. Also check out the Facebook page. I'll leave a link in the description as usual. Share the hell out of it, like the page as well. Big Martin will promote everything as he does, and it's brilliant reading.
A big promotional war.
But remember, send us your $20. We'll tell you the results. You don't.
Also, don't take into account Brexit money changes. If Brexit didn't happen, just use 15 quid.
Aye.
Instead of half a shoe and a melted welly, which is what our currency will be worth.
We'll keep these alright. So, till Monday, this has been Will.
I've been Martin.
Thanks for listening again to the Smacked Up Wrestling Podcast, and we'll catch you on Monday.
Cheerio.